Hayden Owens here with the owner of Nature's Formula, Bill Strange, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the importance of moisture, especially when it comes to microbes in the soil. We all know it's been a tough year everywhere with this drought that's still ongoing. Hopefully it don't last much longer, but tell us, Bill, the importance of moisture within the soil, for the plant and microbes.
I've always said that moisture is a highway for microbes. They can flourish in moisture. They can spread in moisture. But the lack of moisture doesn't kill them, but it takes the mobility away from the microbes, so they can't do their job right. And when you don't have moisture, rain, dew, or whatever, they're going to be there, but they're not going to be active and working. And nothing's going to work. Synthetics or anything is not going to work properly without the moisture. There's a saying that water is the life, and that's very true. If you don't have the moisture, the plant can't be to its potential. You have to have moisture for the plant to flourish. In the microbe world, you can't get the job done without moisture. They don't go away, they don't die, they're still existing, but without moisture, they're gonna do 25% of their job. And it's gonna be harder for them to get out in the soil and be productive.
Because like in a drought situation, what's the plant trying to do,
Survive.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the plant's, two things in the plant's life is reproduction and survival. And survival comes first.
In that situation, yeah. Okay, so then, let's say you got it, they're out there, you said they're only maybe able to do 25%. What happens then when you do get that rain?
They'll go to a larger percentage, even up to 100% when they proper moisture. So you fall behind, but you can catch up very fast.
Okay, let's talk then a little bit about rain versus irrigated water. Kind of explain the difference there a little bit.
Irrigated water is not the same as rainwater. Rainwater has microbes in it. They have nitrogen in it. It has all kinds of trace minerals in the rainwater. That's why plants do well on rainwater versus well water. So it's not the same. You're getting less benefit from irrigation.
That water than if it's rainwater.
Right.
Okay, let's reverse it a little bit, because we had a few areas this year that they had a lot of rain this year early, and then it dried up, but they had stuff underwater. Explain a little bit about what happens to microbes when they're living underwater, essentially.
Well,
when the field is flooded.
They can't function properly because the too much moisture. But the main thing that happens is the health of the plant goes down. When you have standing water on plants, they're not getting oxygen, they're not getting sunshine that they need, so the health of the plant is not there.
But again, microbes are still there. They're not going to wash away or anything, and
No.
they're going to wait till the proper amount of moisture.
That's right.
To go to work.
That's right. And we've seen it this year. We had corn under water very early, and it dried up, and it took a few days to get started, but the corn caught up.
Yep.
It's when you have reoccurring things that causes problems,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't have in this case.
Yep. Like I said, it's been a tough year with the drought. Is there anything else you want to add on the importance of moisture and microbes that you can think of?
Yeah, it's the right kind of moisture. That's the number one thing. You know, putting bombarding the ground with water is not the proper way. The slower you can have the moisture in the soil, the faster they'll get through the soil. You know, flooding's not the right way to do it.
Mm-hmm. So let's just say even next year is another dry year, which hopefully it's not. It's still beneficial to put out the SureGrow even in dry situations, correct?
Yes, because what I did, it was very, very, very dry at my place, and the grass was dying, so I applied SureGrow to keep the grass alive. If you keep your root system alive, it can come back, and that's what SureGrow can do for you in a dry situation. Keep the plant from dying longer than not using it.
Yeah, and hopefully make it to the next rain.
Yes, right.
All right, thank you for that. Hopefully, like I said, next year isn't a drought year anywhere, and hopefully everywhere gets the rain and we don't have to experience what we did this year. But it's still obviously beneficial to put the BioSureGrow out there even in dry situations. But let's just pray for rain next year and see what happens.